little different. Let me explain. Oh man. All right. I'm a bit afraid today. I've got some fear going on because in years past I used to do some daily Facebook lives and I would skip days like this. You can see I'm stressed. Yeah. In any case, I'm going to try something. And I know that we store a lot of shit in our bodies. And I know I did a 7-night overnight stretch. I can't even talk. That's how stressed I've been. And so normally I would call this, I wouldn't even jump on here, but I'm going to do this. I've got my divorced mom shirt on. I even got the wrong shirt on. Anyway, t-shirt and shorts. I'm inside the Kia Forte right now. What I do know is that you can't change your mindset, what you think. And I talk about the hand a lot, but we're going to put the hand aside for a second and let you know. I'm letting you in on some of the tough stuff for me, okay? I'm feeling like a walking ATM right now. I had a cash infusion that just happened yesterday, 24 hours later now. All that financial infusion from doing 7 straight overnights in a row. They're 12-hour shifts, by the way. And if you notice throughout all of that, I'm coming on here live. I'm also doing some stuff in the Facebook Fortress. So I'm doing a lot of shit. And yes, I am saying the 4-letter word right now because that's how I'm feeling. I'm feeling like shit. And so I'm not going to skip today. I am going to do something. Back in my mind and some of the trainings I've had before, they talk about the physical body and a way to reset. It's called the vagus nerve. I'm not getting into any science. I am just going to step out right now. Outside is cold. It started out this morning at around 32, 33 degrees when I went to sleep. I couldn't sleep here, there, naps. I wake up, the Kia Forte that normally protects me from the cold, I had it off. It is now, and I don't have my glasses on. I see someone there saying hi in the hearts. I appreciate you guys. In any case, I'm being vulnerable, wide open. I used to skip these days back when I was doing Facebook Lives. Today, I'm not skipping them. I'm letting you in to me. So be kind, be gentle. What I'm about to do is I'm going to step outside the Kia. I'm in t-shirt and I've got shorts on. Okay, so I'm going to step outside for about 60 seconds. Right now, it's 18 degrees and the flag is moving, so I know it's going to be cold when I step outside. And this is something I've learned. I have not experienced this before. I have not done any cold plunges. Okay, I did a polar bear plunge when I was a kid. Okay, that was my extent of doing these cold plunges. So I'm about to step outside. I'm going to take you with me. That's why I don't have it mounted like I normally do. I don't even have my glasses on. I don't have a script. And I'm about to just step outside. So here we go. And it is, you can hear the ding, ding, ding. The car is not even running. And so I'm going to step out here. And okay, yeah, there it is. And we got people coming out. People gotten done from work. I'm stepping out here, white t-shirt, and you can see I've got the shorts on. If you can see that. Oh, I can't go that way, but if you see, I've got shorts on, and so stepping out here, doing a little bit of walking, and I'm gonna have the shivers starting in here pretty damn quick because it's cold. Okay, this wind is probably, I'm guessing, about 15 miles. Now you could probably hear it. I'm protected somewhat. I got a bit of a concrete wall here. I'm not climbing up on the wall. But this is what I'm going to try. This is what I'm trying. Because I know that we store a bunch of this shit in our body. And this is that is a cold burst of air. And this is a way to reset the nervous system. And people are looking at me and I'm waving at them. And they're like, this guy is crazy. Yeah. If you haven't figured that out by now, that I'm crazy and I try stuff. This is me trying stuff. And so the shivers I don't know if it's been a minute yet. I don't have a timer. Okay, I just know that I'm starting to shake. Okay. And you can probably see the breath. All right, I'm shivering. Oh man, I'm gonna put you up here. Okay, that was cold. What I know when I feel now is like you get that first, and now I'm like shaking. Okay. Now, did it work? I don't know. I feel different right now. I feel, whoa. Hey, I put my glasses on. I can see we got Amber. I've even got my divorced mom's support group. If you want to know that, why I'm have this shirt on, that's a whole nother story. Hold on. I think you're going to have a fight with still here. The Wi-Fi is going to start fighting with, I know, I forgot. See, in my stress, I used to have a dog or two. Yes, Hadley Bell. Put the cheese on the stage. I'm done hiding now. There you go. Put the cheese on the stage. I'm not sure what the reference there. And you guys are dropping off now because I didn't stay out there. Now, let's talk about some of the stuff that's happening and why that it helps. Okay, it gets. And I talk about the hand. I talk about starting with your thoughts, but in today's live, I think I have to be honest. I didn't realize, and the hand is still going to be part. There's other things that you can do with the hand that I remember. I used to do acupuncture. Anybody here ever do acupuncture? Because I'm thinking in my mind, I remember looking at the acupuncture, and they had this map of the hand. And if I remember right, there's a pressure point right up in here. And if you give this a good squeeze between the between the thoughts and the beliefs, right in here in the meaty part right here in between, if you give that a squeeze, I probably should have done that out there when I was out there in the cold. But if you give that a squeeze for a minute and do some breathing in for 4 seconds. See, now we don't even think, just that right there, some calmness came over me. And I'm going to tell you this right now. If you want to, if you're feeling I had a car alarm going off. I was hoping that the car alarm would still be blaring when I got out there. Just about a minute before I went live, the car alarm was shut off. And that car alarm was going off. It was an external alarm that I had no control. It was someone else's car. And I was, of course, I'm thinking, I've got a 5-alarm fire going on the inside of me. You can see I'm stressed. Didn't sleep well today. The big cash infusion from last week of doing 7 overnights in a row, gone. I mean, I paid the bills. It's the first of the month. I'm feeling the stress. I'm feeling like a walking ATM. I don't feel all that great. I still have work to do tonight. I don't know how much. I didn't sleep much today. Okay, and so that's where I am. I hope this helps. I hope this helps in some way, because, man, this live today is one of the toughest things I've done to this point. Yeah, I share my shit from back then, and I try to get you guys, you gals, to think differently. But what I just did, and I've got some tension, and that's what the body does. The body will store the stress, and you'll feel it, and I feel it. I felt it this morning. I feel it right here in the neck and the shoulders. Tight. And the body stores this shit, okay? We're up here, we're mentally, I'm in neutral, See, the stuff I've talked about of being with the mind, motor, and neutral, it's happening to me right now on the inside with my mind going crazy. I'm thoughts like I'm a walking ATM. Why can't you make more money? You know, 24 hours of having, and I'm not going to talk numbers, but it's a significant amount that came to me yesterday. Today, I mean, if I've got $50 left to get through the week, I'll be lucky. I haven't checked because I have automatic stuff that comes through too, right? And did I plan everything? Well, I planned the 7 overnights in a row, and it looks like I'm going to be doing some more overnights this weekend. Maybe, I don't know. I'm see how my mind. I'm just talking about some of the stuff, some of the thoughts that go on. I'm in this shit too, guys. I'm not sitting in the corner office. I don't even have a place to do a professional podcast. Here I am sitting in my Kia Forte. The shivers are gone now. Whew. From stepping outside. So I'm back in the Kia Forte feeling a little better. Now that I've gotten that off my chest, done some breathing, done a little bit of acupuncture with just pinching. It would be better if someone else, you want to pinch that for me right there? That's the vagus. You can, the meaty part right between the pointer and the thumb. You pinch in on that, and if you add breathing to it, it's like a double reset. And that vagus nerve is what's causing all the problems right now. It's the stress. It's the cortisol drip that I talk about. It's that stuff, and it's been stored in my body. I've had some fun stuff to come on with merch, and I've yesterday super tired because of the wife's. I've got a bunch of shit on my list that's gone over the last 10 days, including 7 overnights, my wife's surgery, missing time prior to that, getting behind in bills. The bills don't stop. That's part of the problem, isn't it? If we could just put a pause on the bills, right? Can we do that? Can we just say, let's not pay rent this month, right? The electric comes out. Well, let's not do that. I don't know. We got some kind of ding that just went on. I have no idea what that was. As long as it's not that car alarm going off, because my inner alarm now has settled. I'm feeling much different than when I started this live. I don't know if you can tell the difference. When I started, man, and I meant to come on this live feeling like that with the glasses off. You can still see the lines. You can still see how tired I am. I feel like I need to call out for tonight because of how tired I feel right now. I'm not going to spend a whole lot more time on this live. I just appreciate you guys jumping on. Hadley says, "How are you?" Well, I think you can tell when I come in and I'm holding the phone and I don't have my glasses on and I'm stressed to the max. I feel it in my body, and it's not just about the hand part can get you there, but you got to start. If you're starting stressed like I am, stressed at 3 a.m. and you're scrolling and just trying to escape, maybe something different, like stepping outside. I guess in the tropics you wouldn't be able to step outside into sub-zero. It's below zero out there right now with the wind chill, and I spent about 60 seconds. I don't know if it was exactly that. I didn't have a timer. Maybe I should have had a timer and an alarm goes off. I didn't, but I do feel better. I'm doing some of the things that I remembered learning a few years ago, actually, about how we store shit in our body. And, right here, if you've got some neck and shoulder tightness, that's stress being stored. You get headaches, especially like when I get migraines sometimes, and I don't know if anyone else, if you're anything like me, fluorescent lighting bothers me. At work, overnights, lots of fluorescent lighting everywhere. And there have been one time that I had to leave work because of a migraine headache. Yeah, now I look back and go, I'm pretty sure that was stress being stored in my body. Ooh. And now I'm learning with you guys. I don't think I'm even half a step ahead of you guys. And but what I'm doing is I get inspired. And let's just take a minute. Today is thirsty for truth, right? Today is Thursday. I haven't even thought about that. I didn't even put anything together. I threw a title in. I don't know if the title's any good. There's no description. This is a naked live, okay? I didn't do my normal prep. The cold woke me up about, I don't know, almost an hour ago, and I was just vegging out. I was just staring out the windshield and like, man, what do I do for a live? I know, and I started dreading. I had the thoughts, do I just skip today? You know, wouldn't it be nice if as a divorced dad we could skip a day? You know, I've had those thoughts sometimes. And so the things that's happening to me right now is the same shit that I went through 20 years ago, except magnified. Back then I had lost my job. Back then I ended up homeless in Houston. Right now I'm homeless by choice now. Yes, I sleep right here. I've got the sleeping bag. I've got some pillows. I've got my hamper of clothes. I've got my winter gear in a pack and a trunk. I'm prepared. Don't worry about me. I've got a car that works quite well. I can idle it for some heat here or there. You know, don't worry about me. I do have a home that I could go to, okay? It's an hour and a half plus from here. I choose to be homeless while I'm working, if that gives you an idea of where I am. I was paying for two places, and I decided that instead of paying for the second place, that I would invest my finances in being able to do this, helping divorced moms, divorced dads, moms and dads of divorce, to be able to take this message of you're not alone. I know I'm not the only one that has, you know, the stress stored in their body and having the shoulder and the neck pain and the headaches and the mind racing. I'm glad that I came on live today, guys. I cried before coming on. I almost didn't, okay? I almost skipped this whole thing because I didn't want you to see me breaking down. But here's the thing about breakdowns. I gotta show this off. This sleeve right here. It says breakdowns. That's the left sleeve. Of course, that's the left sleeve because that's the destruction. The breakdown is what, you know, the wreckage. And here's what I know. I know I'm working on the breakthrough, and that's the right sleeve. My neighbor, man, she's a sweetheart. She got a setup, being able to do some stuff. God leads us in ways that we don't even realize, and the reason I cried before this live is there's a song that came on the radio. I listened to country, okay, modern country, not the old stuff. The old country, that was my dad's stuff. I don't listen to the old Merle Haggard and, you know, way back then, except for one song, the Convoy song, C.W. McCall. That's my jam, okay? That's about the only song that really. But the song that came on the radio, it's called Amen, by Jabouzi and Jelly Roll. Now, Jelly Roll, oh my gosh, that guy, he's got some stuff that, that guy, and I don't know his whole story, but I know he spent some time in prison and coming out, and he even sang at the Grand Ole Opry, okay? I mean, this guy, bringing his heart and soul. And I want to be like that guy. You know, I don't have the tats. I got one tat that says I was in the Air Force, USAF. You know, I served in the military. And and I guess I got to thank my drill sergeant dad right now, because he drilled discipline into me as a kid, and I hated him for 40 plus years. The first Veterans Day, this past Veterans Day, is the first day that I did not hate my dad. I learned to respect him. I learned to love him because he did what he did the best that he could. And I didn't realize that for the time because it was hiding under the hate. That's me. This is what, three weeks ago. This is me making that finally a transformation. That's using these of realizing I'm on the destroyer side when it comes to my drill sergeant dad, and then figuring out a way to transform. And now I'm on here talking about my body and the shit that's stored, and I'm doing this right now. Oh man, I gotta not. Anybody got a good masseuse? If I had time, I might have a little time. I might be breaking off of this live, and there's my Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness is my truck stop, and I go in there for showers. There's a massage. For the black card is what, $25 a month, and my home away from home, I can shower there, I can exercise, I can get a massage in the massage chair. They have a hydro bed, red light therapy. I mean, I can take a shower multiple times a day if I wanted to. And so that is where I'm going to head after this live. Man, I love you guys. I appreciate you hanging with me. I apologize. Well, I'm sorry, but not sorry for the tears. But that song, Amen, as I think about some of the words in there, I think it to me. My prayers are not working, so somebody say a prayer for me. Looking for a little mercy. That song really. So yeah, that's where I came from into this live. I'm glad that I was able to share. I feel better. And that's your Thursday thirst for truth. Like I said, I wasn't even thinking of that, but that's the truth from me, from the inside, my shit that's stored in my body. That's a good place to start, guys. We're going to be talking about this more. And in fact, this weekend, I was thinking about how this ties to this weekend's. We got to the middle fingers. This weekend on Saturday, we're going to talk middle fingers, okay? You're probably like, what the hell is this guy? He's got both middle fingers. Now, this one is the one that normally, I got that a lot when I was a truck driver, showing some powerful emotions, destructive-wise. This weekend on Saturday, we're going to talk the science of the emotions. And is there a difference between emotions and feelings? And now, with this idea of shit being stored in the body, we're going to be using what we did today. I hope you guys get the idea that this worked. This worked. I'm feeling better. I'm feeling more relaxed. It's basically a nervous, like, what is it called? The vagus nerve reset that happened for me. Stepping out into the brutally cold in a t-shirt and shorts. Okay, that's what I did. Shivering when I got back into the Kia Forte for protection. Did some breathing. Did some pressure points. I'm just doing a recap of what I did. And then now you can probably tell in my voice that I'm more relaxed. I'm not as stressed. And I'm about to go let more stress out of the body by getting a massage over there at Planet Fitness, and probably a little cat nap. I live for cat naps, and those cat naps are like those 10 to 12 minute. There's times that I lay my head down on a table at work, and everybody, are you okay? Yeah, just getting a cat nap. And those help me get through. Just little things. I hope these things help you guys. I do this. I'm going to continue to do this. I didn't know. I don't know how this is. I don't even know how this is going to help you guys. I hope that it does. I can only do what I do openly and honestly. right here live. It helped me in ways that you probably are like, man, this guy is weird. And yeah, guilty. Weird is right. It's not even the beginning parts of it. Crazy, yes, but in a good way. I don't need the straight jacket. At least I hope. I hope not. I keep having a ding. Did you hear that ding? Is that the ding that says, hey, you've overstayed your welcome? You wore out your welcome, as my grandfather would say. Anyway, love you guys. I got to go. I'm going to go get me a massage to help finish taking care of these muscle knots and the shit and the tension that's stored in the body. I've got I got the vagus nerve reset, and now I'm feeling the love. Yeah, and if you're a divorced mom, don't go try going into, I should drop that. I don't know how to do that. I will do a live that specifically, or some videos that point you to this. It's Facebook. I have another group, yes, for divorced moms support group, using the same structure as our divorced dads. And the divorced dads, I gotta pitch this right here, man. This thing really fires me up. We are 5K strong, if you can see that. 5K strong brotherhood over in the Facebook fortress. I protect that group with my life, and I will do the same for the divorced moms. And so this group is just starting for the moms, the pink there, yeah. The divorced moms group, support group on Facebook is just starting. I think we got maybe 4 or 5 in there right now. So if you try to get into the men's group, I'm gonna message you, hey, the wrong group. Let's have you go over here to the late 4 o'clock. Man, I did 27 minutes. Pretty good. I gotta go. Love all the comments, the hearts, man, it helps me to keep going. It's fuel for me, and I appreciate the fuel to keep going. Love you guys. See you tomorrow.